Welcome to my MailChimp Email Marketing Mastery course. I'll be teaching you everything you need to know about email marketing within the MailChimp platform from A to Z. So who is this course for? Just like my clients of the past, I work for small business owners, local brick and mortar businesses, social celebrities and brands, corporate marketing professionals that want an edge at their current position, or anyone looking to benefit from email marketing. By the end of this course, you'll understand MailChimp email marketing and especially be a master of optimizing your own email marketing campaigns. So the topics this course covers specifically includes the basics of creating your MailChimp account and what email marketing is all about. Next, we'll cover uploading and creating email lists, and then creating hyper-segmented email lists to help increase your conversions and clicks even further. Next, I'll teach you how to build opt-in, sign-up, and subscription forms to capture emails and grow those email lists. Then we'll optimize autoresponders, how to build our email campaigns, what content to put in them, how to design them, and really how to optimize them for open rates, click-throughs, and conversions. But remember, your email content is only as good as your subject line. People have to want to click that email before they even get to your email content. So I'll teach you how to create open-worthy subject lines. Then I'll delve into A/B split testing and how to set up those email campaigns so you can identify the key metrics that will make your email campaigns a success. And finally, I'll teach you how to analyze all of this data so you can overall improve your email marketing efforts. So why learn from me? I began my path into marketing as an engineering major. I started out by learning coding in various college courses, and then I started to build niche keyword websites and use growth hacking techniques to grow them and flip them for a profit. I ended up actually paying for my college education by doing this. So now it's over a decade later, I've built, consulted, and helped market for over 500 businesses. One key thing that I've helped all of them do is to build a robust email list. So after finishing in the top 8 for Entrepreneur Magazine Entrepreneur of the Year last year, I launched Course Envy with several engineering and marketing partners to begin and share our knowledge with the world. So sign up now if you're ready to master email marketing once and for all. Now let's cover my email marketing basics. My number one rule is to always have a goal. So there's several reasons to obviously send an email. First, you just want to share news, build your brand loyalty, educate your subscribers, invite people to an event, drive traffic to your site to sell a product or service. But you need to ask yourself, what is your specific purpose? Before you create an email, think about the outcome you want. Are you trying to grow your business or email list? Are you trying to sell a product? Or are you trying to get donations? Have a goal in mind and tailor your information and your call to action to that idea or plan. Before I send any email, I ask myself, how am I trying to establish myself and my brand as an industry expert? And did this email come across as that? My number 2 rule, don't always be selling. Send an email newsletter with educational information, tips, how-tos, and industry news. If you're constantly providing high quality, high value content to your customers via these emails, then they will be open to the occasional sales pitch for your product or service. I like to follow the 80-20 rule. 80% of my emails are high value, high quality, free educational content. Then 20% of my emails are sales pitch emails selling my product or service. But make sure to send what you promised at sign up. If subscribers signed up for tips and tactics delivered twice a week, that's what you should deliver. Part of keeping your email readers engaged is sending the information they actually subscribe to. My number 3 rule, mail regularly. You want your email subscribers to think of your business when they need that product or service you offer. So remind them of your presence with an email. For my clients, I mail at minimum once per month. Always include a mix of images and text, and make sure to include links back to your website, products, and services. I like to tell my customers what I want them to click via a call to action. Click here to shop. Click here to enroll now. Sign up for your free mini course by clicking here. Finally, make sure to include your postal address and an unsubscribe link at the bottom of your emails. This address and unsubscribe link is required by the CAN-SPAM Act. Luckily, MailChimp does this automatically for you. My number 4 rule, build high quality email list. Never buy email addresses. This is a terrible idea, and the recipient is almost sure to unsubscribe. And not only will they unsubscribe, they'll talk badly about your company to friends because they didn't sign up for your newsletter, and they're considering this spam. The better quality your email lists are, the more likely your email will get delivered, read, and clicked. Only use opted-in email addresses for your marketing. Those are people who have agreed to receive your emails. You'll see higher engagement and fewer unsubscribes or spam complaints when you actually email people who opted into this newsletter. Buying emails never works. Slow and steady list growth wins the race every time. Now, my final tip for email marketing is use an ESP, an email service provider. An email service provider can help your small business generate and send emails to very targeted customer email lists. Plus, your ESP can store and grow your email list automatically. I think it's just crazy when I see some of these clients I sign on. For the first time, I see their email lists are still in an Excel file. This is so inefficient. So start using an email service provider to help streamline not only your email campaigns, but also your email list growth. So there's a lot of types of email service providers. All of them offer a variety of email services, such as building those email lists, creating email templates, giving you analytics on your emails you've sent, offering A/B split testing for your email campaigns, and so on. So there's two types of email services. The first one is for small companies, and the second is for enterprises. Enterprise email services have all functional capabilities of small business services, but they have additional features like management tools, advanced API, advanced filters for segmentation, and drag and drop email series editors. The top enterprise platforms I use for big clients are ExactTarget, Expert Sender, and SmartFocus. In general, there's no demo or free trial accounts for enterprise platforms. For the most part, you already have that massive email list and you need to upload and manage it now. So you know, and you have to be willing to pay possibly thousands of dollars per year to manage that email list. But these are for databases that are 50,000 users plus. If my clients have less than 50,000 users, I usually use a small business email marketing platform. Most small business email marketing providers have that free demo option. Free accounts enable you to have email lists usually less than 1,000 to 2,000 email addresses. The biggest email platform in the world is MailChimp. Some other top companies include Aweber, Campaign Monitor, GetResponse, and Constant Contact. But MailChimp's Forever Free plan allows you to send 12,000 total emails per month up to 2,000 subscribers. So a lot of small businesses can stay on this Forever Free plan. MailChimp has the largest share of users on the market and really have an easy to use and friendly user interface. I use MailChimp for nearly 90% of my clients. Even as you grow, they have really competitive pricing for those large 50,000 plus email list sizes. All right, so let's take action. Brainstorm your first 3 email list ideas. First, go to your competitors' websites, see how they're capturing emails. What are their sign-up forms? What are their opt-in forms? What are they giving away of value that people want to sign up for? What is something that you want to offer of value that people would trade their email address for via a sign-up form on your website? So take action and get out there and start building list ideas for capturing customer emails. Whether it's an ebook, a mini course, a coupon, a how-to video, a free trial, look at this example on CourseEnvy.com. We are capturing a hyper-segmented email list in people interested in furthering their knowledge of Facebook ads. It's a free mini course for Facebook pixels. First off, if you're a total newbie, you're not going to know what Facebook pixels are. If you've created Facebook ads, you're at least going to know what Facebook pixels are. So we're targeting a very segmented, like I said, hyper-segmented email list of people interested in Facebook pixels. So get out there and start researching your 3 email list ideas. Thank you again for joining my course. Now I want to take a quick minute to give you a few tips for getting the most out of this course. So first, once you log into Udemy again, just click the My Courses tab in the top nav bar. On this My Courses page, you'll see the course you purchased from us and have lifetime access to it. So don't feel rushed to get through the course quickly. So let's click an example course here. So now we're on the course dashboard. You'll want to click the course content tab to start viewing the course. Udemy will highlight the lecture you left off on. But again, you have lifetime access. You can rewatch lectures as you wish. Next is Q&A. So the Q&A tab, you can click in this field here and search for your question or keyword and see if someone has already asked that question in the past. If not, you can click Ask a New Question, type in your question title and your question right here, and then click Post Question. I typically reply to student questions within 24 to 48 hours. So after completing the course, this is when I like to see students jump in, make suggestions, comment on a lecture they had a question on. This is where I strive to get all students to 5-star satisfied. If you're at anything below a 5-star, I don't want you to rate the course. Have me help you get you to 5 stars. Ask those questions you still have. I've had students blatantly say in this Q&A, hey, I'm at a 4-star right now. I wish I knew more about XYZ. So I created a couple lectures around it, message them back and say, hey, check out lectures so-and-so. They replied to the question. Wow, this really clarified it. Thanks again. And they left me a great 5-star review. Being a professional and teaching these subjects, sometimes I leave things out because I assume students know it like me. So I need your feedback and questions to help me create a complete and perfect 5-star course. So once you're 5-star satisfied, click Rate This Course, give your input on the course, then scroll down, click Next, write your review, and give us that feedback why you loved the course. Remember, if you're not 5-star satisfied, I don't want to see the reason in this review. Ask me in a Q&A first. Help me solve that problem for you and get you to 5 stars before you leave this review. So then click Publish and Finish. So another benefit of being a Course Envy student is access to our private Course Envy community. This is where students ask me questions, interact with other students, and where I share professional tips above and beyond what I share in the courses. So now that you're in a Course Envy course, you can go to facebook.com/groups/CourseEnvy and join our private group. So another common question I get from students is I need a certificate of completion for this course. So here's the Udemy help topic on this. You need to complete every lecture, every PDF, every quiz, everything in that course to get to the completion. So Udemy can supply you with this certificate of completion. So in this example, I've completed 3 of 17 items, so I still have 14 lectures to go before Udemy will give me that certificate of completion. So if for some reason, I've seen this where students get to maybe 16 out of 17, and it's just an error on the Udemy backend. So for that, you'll just want to contact Udemy. Just scroll down and click Support. Just open a support ticket and say, what's the issue? I've completed every lecture, but I'm not getting my certificate of completion. And they'll help you out. So thanks again for joining our course, and I look forward to helping you learn new skills with Course Envy.
So if you have a database less than 2,000 emails, you can sign up for a free MailChimp account. But this version of MailChimp will not include some features, such as some more in-depth split testing, nor email and chat support. Also on this free account, the bottom of your emails will have this MailChimp logo in it. But nevertheless, it is free. So if your database is more than 2,000 emails, or you want to use all the platform features, which are really limited on free accounts, you have to pay for the pricing plan you need, depending on your database size. So there are 2 plans: pay-as-you-go, which is 1 to 2 cents per email sent, or the monthly fee, which is a varying price. Pay-as-you-go is better if you have a small email database and don't send many emails each month, but you still want all those MailChimp platform features unlocked, unlike the free version. But usually as your list grows, even if you only send 1 or 2 emails a month, the monthly package pricing is almost always better. Most of the monthly MailChimp plans are priced for unlimited emails. But if you aren't sending a ton of emails each month, but still want the features of MailChimp unlocked, pay-as-you-go may be your better option, But make sure to compare pricing first. As you can see, I can pay $250 and get 25,000 credits. So you need a credit for each email you send. So this comes out to 1 penny per email. So again, head to mailchimp.com/pricing and let's find what plan's right for you. So for my subscriber list, I have an Excel spreadsheet of 12,560 subscribers. So I'm a growing business, so we select this. So now that I've clicked on my plan, you'll see the pricing options for that many subscribers on this page. So for my account, I'm pre-selected at the $140 plan. But note, your monthly bill will increase as soon as you grow your list. So once my email addresses get to that 12,801 mark, my bill is going to automatically update to that $150 a month, right? I'm currently 12,560 subscribers. But as I grow, I'm going to bump up to 145, and then I'm good until 25,000 subscribers. So this next tier, that $150 tier, really enables my list to grow for a while, all the way to 25,000 subscribers, before I need to approve another package pricing upgrade. But remember, this is for unlimited emails each month. So let's scroll down to look at the pay-as-you-go pricing. So scroll down a little bit and click that pay-as-you-go button. Like I said, pay-as-you-go is really only cost-effective for smaller email lists that you only email maybe once or twice a month. And you may only possibly email a portion of that list. So it would be an even smaller number of emails. So for this comparison, and usually for all my clients, I choose the unlimited monthly plan. Because think of it, I'm not limited to the number of emails I send. With the unlimited, I can constantly be sending different segments or different email lists, various email campaigns, and not be worried about, oh, I only have 20,000 credits left, and I paid $200 for those. The unlimited really lets you be a true marketer. So go back to this monthly tab and click that. So I'll go with a more cost-effective monthly plan of $140 per month, and then click sign up now. One more thing you may notice though is the MailChimp Pro add-on checkbox right down here. I personally don't use this feature, but if you plan to do some very hyper list segmentation, by this I mean literally having hundreds of separate email lists for all the varying ways you captured those customers' email addresses, and with that hyper segmenting, you need advanced analytics on it. So basically, those are the benefits of MailChimp Pro, and this would be a good option for you. So let's learn more about Pro. MailChimp Pro is a special feature which expands the possibilities of your paid monthly account. Basically, you'll receive priority support and help from MailChimp, and it gets you access to that advanced analytics, so you can really delve into that advanced email list segmentation. Another nice thing about MailChimp Pro is that you can implement multi-variable split testing within your email campaigns. So for the free account, for example, I can only do 3 subject lines. I can only test 3 subject lines in a split test. With MailChimp Pro, you can test multiple variables such as content, email subject, send time and date, all at once. So for a fixed price of $199 per month, this is in addition to your current monthly plan, you can get all these advanced features. I have had some clients upgrade to it, and I really like the interface. It really helps, but not until you're to that higher level, over 30,000, over 40,000 emails in your database. But for this course, we're going to show you how to get everything you can get out of MailChimp for free to start. Then hopefully grow your email list to over 2,000 subscribers, and this is going to force you to sign up for a monthly plan. So click the sign up for free button in the top right. Fill out this registration form, your email, username, password, and then click that create my account button. You will then be emailed an activation email. Click the link inside that email to activate. After that, with that link you click, you'll be able to continue your registration. Write your first and last name, and then fill out your organization information. This info MailChimp uses for internal statistics. On the next step, you'll be asked to fill out information about your company. It's very important because this information will be shown to all your subscribers. Another important thing to do on this page is choose the industry you work in. So right here in this drop-down, choose the specific industry you work in. When you launch your first campaign, MailChimp will compare your results to the industry average of what their email marketing results are. So it's pretty cool how you can compare yourself to another company in your industry and see if your emails are performing better. So first off, we want to create an email list. Click the List tab in the top nav bar. Once on this page, click the Create List button. Then you'll be asked to fill out all the information fields for this new list. Remember that your subscribers will see this information listed at the bottom of each email you send, right next to the unsubscribe link. Then for the remind people how they signed up for your list section right here, I like to type a thank you, like thank you for signing up at CourseEnvy.com. So scroll down on this initial setup page and check what kind of notifications you want to receive when a new person subscribes to this list, or when a current member unsubscribes. For most lists, I don't even select a notification because I'm on the MailChimp platform daily checking this. But some smart ideas to include to start is the 1-by-1 boxes, so you can A, email new subscribers a personal thank you note and offer that initial value offer, right? Whether it be that ebook, webinar. Then the other 1-by-1 I select is the unsubscribes. You can email them and say sorry to see you go, offer them one last item of value, such as a promo or a free gift. Or if you have an exit interview, maybe a SurveyMonkey link, you can give them and ask them why they left. Then you can tailor and perfect your content in the future so people aren't unsubscribing. Also at the top of this section, next to the notifications header, make sure that your email is correct for this notification. You can edit this by just clicking that edit link right next to your notification email. So click that save button on the bottom of this page when you're done. Next, we need to import the list of your current subscribers. So click the import subscribers link to do this. Once you click this link, you'll be offered several types of import. First is CSV. With this, you can just upload that Excel file with all your contacts. The next option is copy and paste from different files. This takes a little longer, but sometimes people have them in their emails or in their Outlook, and not all in one place like an Excel file. The final option is integrated service. So for this, you can import contacts from different services or CRMs like Salesforce, Google Contacts. Most of my clients have an Excel file of all their emails and customer names, so all I do is just format that correctly for that CSV upload. So to format your Excel file like this, email addresses should be in the first column, then the first names in the middle, and then the third column will be last names. MailChimp does not require first and last name, just email address. So save that file as a .csv or a tab delimited Excel file. Then once I select import from CSV file, just click this browse button, choose the file on your computer, and upload it. MailChimp will automatically detect the data, the email address column, the first name column, and the last name column. So just follow this format as you build it. One more way to create a list is to add subscribers manually. For example, if you only have a few customer emails, if you're just starting out, copying and pasting into the Add Subscribers tab will be even quicker than uploading and creating this Excel file, right? You just need to fill out the email address, first and last name, and make sure to check the 2 boxes. Then click subscribe. Okay, so now it's time to take action. Create that first email list using the upload file format. So input all your contacts into an Excel. First column email addresses, the second column is first names, and then the third column is last names. Remember to name this email list appropriately so you'll know quickly in the future, what is this email list of? Is it past customers? Is it people who signed up for the ebook on my site? This is where hyper-segmenting starts. You want to segment your list so you can send them laser-focused email campaigns in the future. This list is specifically people who signed up for a Facebook marketing course. This list is people who signed up for an Amazon seller course. See, there's a big difference there. Yes, there's some overlap in marketing in both worlds, but one I want to send specific, tailored Amazon update data too. If I sent that to my Facebook list, I'd get a bunch of unsubscribes, right? This is why segmenting your email list is so crucial. Okay, let's get started with our first campaign. Click the Campaigns tab in the top nav bar. On this next page, click the Create Campaign button in the top right. In this pop-up, select Create an Email. There are 4 types of campaigns. First, regular campaigns. These allow you to send standard HTML emails with a plain text template. Next is a plain text campaign. This allows you to send simple plain text emails with no pictures or formatting. Third are A/B testing campaigns. These allow you to send up to 3 different versions of your email. So we'll delve into this option later, as it is great for identifying key metrics that cause better open rates, higher clicks, and more. Finally are automated emails. Automated emails let you save time so you can focus on other aspects of your business. MailChimp's automated email marketing helps you stay connected with your customers every step of the way. I'll delve deeper into automated emails later, but let's create a regular email. First, name your campaign. This field is just for you. Subscribers will not see it. For example, I like to name campaigns as the date of the campaign and what email list I plan to send it to. Once we select the regular campaign, you'll be asked to choose one of the email lists you want to send this email to. So select the list of your choice. Once you have your list selected, then select your segment or group. This can be a pre-built group or segment, or one of these default ones, such as all subscribers on this list. Then I always advise toggle this personalize the to field. I see a better open rate when people see their actual name in their email to field, not just their email address, their name and email address. Next, add your from field. Here you'll input your name and your email address. Make sure to use something subscribers will instantly recognize, such as your company name. Then click Save. Next is email subject. This is the first thing your subscribers will see before they open it in their inboxes. Personally, the email subject is the most important element to me. People can decide to delete your email based solely on this email subject line. So write fun, interesting, call to action, curious subject lines that will draw your client's attention and make them want to open this email. Also note that MailChimp allows you to use emojis in email subjects. These colorful objects and smiley faces can really capture attention. So just click that emoji support link to learn how to type certain emojis. So as you can see in this snapshot of my Gmail, we have the from column. I can easily recognize the company, right? That's the goal with the from column. Then we have the subject, it's bold. You have 150 characters to grab the reader's attention. And then there's that preview text. This is a preview of the email. This doesn't even have to appear in the email, rather just entice the person to further want to open that email. So I like to pair it nicely with my email subject line to further increase my open rates. Next, you'll have to choose a type of template you want to build your email within. There's literally every type of layout and template you can think of, with varying columns, some with multiple photo boxes, some with none. So scroll through this tab to select the template you want to build your email on top of. If you're experienced with coding, it's possible to upload your own code under the Code Your Own tab. But for the most part, these are really easy to build in, and there's every type of layout you could think of. So I like to just choose a basic template. Usually the last option I use is under the Themes tab. Under the Themes tab, you'll find a lot of pre-installed email templates for different businesses or events like sports, birthdays, coupons, holidays. I don't use these generally because they do look very generic. I prefer choosing my layout because I can totally customize my email with any type of layout I want. But occasionally, like I said, under that Themes tab, you can select a holiday like Valentine's Day, Christmas, and they have a nice built-out theme for you already with a cool background. So play around in this template screen. Once we select a template, we'll be taken to this design page where we actually design our email. It's great because there's drag and drop elements to customize our email, and then you can change design elements underneath the design tab, whether it be color, font, and so on. So what I typically do is I choose a single column basic layout email with one text box and one image. But then once I'm on this design page and I decide I want to add more photos, more text box, you can just click and drag and drop those elements into it, whether it be a button, another text box, an image, a social share button. That's the great thing about these basic layouts. Just pick if you want 1, 2, 3 columns, then you can customize it anyways with this drag and drop elements. So as you can see, I'm on the design page. I've filled out my email like I want. But now one thing you may question is, what if I don't want to create the same email 5 times? Because say I want to email this same email to all 5 email lists. Unfortunately, in this free plan, we can only send to 1 email list at a time. So that's a great question. What you want to do once you've completed this email design and you're ready to click next to go to the final confirm page, before doing that, click the Save as Template button. By doing this, you can quickly start with this design layout for the next campaign you create. So once you click that, just name your template and save it. Now your template will appear under the Save Templates when you start a new campaign. So remember on that page where I selected Basic, if I click Saved, this one will appear and it will be auto-filled already with all this content. So once you click Next on this page, you're happy with your design, you're ready to confirm and send. One thing I like to do before I send any email is to test the email first. You can do this by clicking the Preview Test button in the top right corner of the screen, then click Send a Test Email in the drop-down menu. So fill out the email field, then click Send Test. Go to that email account, open up that test email, and check one last time for spelling errors. Do the hyperlinks work? Are the images showing up? Etc. If anything came through odd, you can come back to your campaign, click on the Design tab, and go back to editing your email content. You can go through and change anything, whether it be the email list, the actual setup and layout of your email, the template, or again, the email content, the design of the email. Once you scroll down to this next section titled Tracking, you'll see checkbox options for what you want to track in this email campaign. Whichever box you check will be tracked under the Analytics and Reports tab for this campaign. So first, Track Opens. This means that you'll be able to see under the Analytics tab how many people open your email. And not just initially, if they open it again and again. Next, I track clicks. This means that under the Analytics tab, you'll see how many people clicked within your email, what they clicked, and which user did the clicking. Next are Track Plain Text Clicks. This is basically the same as the previous one, only for plain text campaigns. But remember, we're building a regular campaign. The Google Analytics link tracking means that you can name your email campaign and then see it in Google Analytics. This option is great for linking your MailChimp to your website so you can track sales, income, conversions. Next, it's e-commerce link tracking. This means that you can see how people behave on your site. So to use it, you need to put a special code in your website. We'll cover this deeper in the analytics section. Next, ClickTail link tracking. This means you can see how people behave on the website and track their actual mouse pointer. So you can see where they're clicking, where their mouse pointer lands. This is really great for testing sales funnel and landing pages or lead gen pages on your website. You can really see where people's eyes go or mouse pointer goes on your site. Sites like ClickTail, Crazy Egg Heatmap, they all cost extra. But you can review their options further at clicktail.com. Track stats in Salesforce. This means that information and activities in your emails will be transmitted to your special CRM software, such as Salesforce. We'll delve further into analytics later. So once you make sure everything is correct and you're happy with it, maybe even send another test email to yourself, click the Send button. Another great option right next to it is the Schedule button. This is great for planning emails months in advance. This is also a great feature if you learn from your analytics that you get a higher open rate at, say, 8 a.m. on Mondays, for example, you can schedule to send this email at that day and time. So click that send button and you'll get one last confirmation window to ensure you want to send your campaign. So click that send now button if you're positive your email is formatted correctly, free of spelling errors, and all your links are working within it. So congratulations, you've sent your first campaign. Now we're going to build some sign-up forms so you can begin to capture email addresses for your varying hyper-segmented email list. So on your MailChimp homepage, click the List tab in the top nav bar. Since we've built a list already, we're going to build a sign-up for that email list. On this list page, you'll see each of your segmented email list that you've created in the past. So at the far right side of each email list will be a stats button, then a drop-down arrow next to that. So let's click that arrow button and reveal the drop-down menu for this specific email list. In the drop-down menu, select Sign Up Forms. There's 4 options for creating forms. These sign-up forms help you add new subscribers to these email lists and enable you to collect their data with ease. So let's first create a general sign-up form. Click the Select button next to it. So notice at the top of this sign-up form page, we're working on a sign-up form by default. But you can click within this and edit any other kind of form or page specific to this sign-up form. So whether it be the confirmation email, the thank you page, and so on, all those response emails and forms are built via this drop-down menu. So let's scroll down a bit. As you edit this sign-up form, you can see live updates to this sign-up landing page at this special URL. So see, I've highlighted this sign-up form URL, that eepurl.com. So this is a direct link that you'll use as a hyperlink for text or banners on your website to direct people to this sign-up form landing page. Another idea is if you have an email list built already, but you built this hyper-segmented list for people interested specifically in maybe a new offer you have. For my specific sign-up form I'm showing you, it's the Amazon Revenue Calculator. So what I will do is email my original broad newsletter email list. This is just my Course Envy sign-up list. And I'll email them this new offer for a free Amazon Revenue Calculator. So all I have to do in that email campaign to all my Course Envy students is paste this sign-up URL link into that email campaign. Then the people who sign up, I'm going to identify and build a hyper-segmented subscriber list for this new email list, the Amazon Revenue Calculator email list. So therefore creating a list of email addresses specifically interested in selling on Amazon. See what I did there? I took a broad email list, Course Envy students, and emailed them this offer for a free Amazon Revenue Calculator. Took a broad list, created a small, niche, hyper-segmented list. Now I have 2 email lists, and I can create campaigns separately for them. Course Envy, I send them updates that are generic to all my courses. This Amazon list, I just send them updates and free things and promos just specific to my Amazon course. Hyper-segmenting is key. Again, MailChimp has a very easy drag and drop user interface, so you can build these sign-up forms with ease. So you can edit them, you can add and remove fields, you can change titles, you can change text box, you can move fields around. Really just play around in this area to add messages, change field names, add other fields. Do whatever you need to perfect your form. Next to that initial Build It tab, click on that Design It tab. Here, think of it as CSS or design. You can change the colors, the text style or font, and really make a custom landing page for your sign-up form. Next, let's create an embedded sign-up form. So we just created a general form. Click Select next to Embedded Forms. So unlike the general form that is on a MailChimp hosted landing page, the embedded sign-up forms you embed right into your website. The nice thing about this is that people don't have to click a link or click a banner to be redirected to that sign-up page. They just see the embedded form and input their name, input their email, and any other requested fields, and bam, you have a new subscriber. Give me a yes and yes if you like this. Okay, great. So on this embedded forms page, you can click the tabs at the top of this page to play with the different layouts and look for your embedded sign-up form. such as the super slim look. Or if you're good with coding and CSS, you can click the Advanced tab and change your styling code options as well. So once you're happy with the embedded form you've built, scroll down and copy this code at the bottom of the page in this copy/paste onto your site box. Then go to your website or web page you want this to display on and paste it into the HTML code. Most website and blog content management systems such as WordPress, Squarespace, Shopify, Blogger, Tumblr, and more all have a simple HTML option within the post or page builders. So in this example, this is a WordPress post. Just click the text option instead of visual and paste in that HTML embedded form coding right into this post and then click Save. You can easily paste this embedded form into your web pages via that HTML code, but there's a ton of free and paid plugins out there that enable you to tweak your MailChimp signup form, layout, color, and more right from their plugins. My favorite, which does everything I need, is a free plugin called MailChimp for WordPress. They only have a plugin for WordPress websites, but as you can see, my sample signup form I made with this plugin on one of my client sites is really clean and professional. See this example? Get all of the ridiculous straight to your inbox. I didn't add a name, just made it really clean and easy. The simpler, the better for your clients. What is the call to action? One simple box, usually just email, and then the subscribe button. So with this MailChimp for WordPress plugin, I can select the fields I want to embed in the form, what colors, what title and font. Then wherever I put the form's shortcode on my site, it appears on my site live. So whether it's a widget, in the header, as a pop-up, and so on. Now let's create the third type of form, the subscriber pop-up. So click the select button next to it. Now some marketers are not a fan of pop-up email capture forms, but I will tell you right now that I have had clients increase their email list size by 500% using pop-up forms. So as you can see, on this initial sign-up pop-up form page, MailChimp gives you 4 layout options. They're all very simple, very clean, but as a rule of thumb for pop-up forms, never ask for more than just their email address. Most people agree, pop-up forms are annoying. So if you aren't offering anything of real value, then on top of it, ask me for my name, my location, etc., etc. No way am I signing up. So try to just request the email address on a pop-up form. You can click the Fields tab right here and then select what's required on your form, whether it be first name, last name, email address, and so on. So as you can see, I highlighted the 4 types of layouts for a pop-up. They include text only, banner at the top with text below, text on the left with a banner on the right, or banner on the left with text on the right. My favorite layout option for the pop-up is the image on the left, then the sign-up field on the right. I've done a lot of case studies for my clients, and what I've found is potential subscribers read left to right. So it's important to put your value proposition in that order. So position that great call to action image on the left, and then just have your simple email sign-up on the right. So click that Content tab here to edit what the image is, to edit what the text is. A couple things for this text area, and as for the image, make sure to include what value this potential customer is going to gain by signing up on your form. Also, give a time constraint with that call to action to increase a sense of urgency. There's limited spots left. Act fast, etc. Next, you can adjust how long someone is on your site before the pop-up appears. Personally, I like to give the client as much time as possible on my site before springing a pop-up at them. Honestly, I would prefer 30 to 60 seconds because this equals the user is truly interested in my site and they've been on it for a while, right? But besides time delay pop-ups, I also like to use the scroll feature. So that means the pop-up appears when they get to the midpoint of my page or to the bottom of a page. But my favorite is upon exit. So when someone's about to click the back button or about to exit out of the browser, that's when I want that pop-up to appear. So from my results, I see the best subscription rate from after 20 seconds or upon exit. Once you select this and are happy with your pop-up layout,
click the Generate Code button in the bottom right. Copy this code and paste it into the HTML code file of your website's header or footer. But remember, no matter the page, this pop-up will appear since it's in the header or footer, which occurs on every page. But note, if you don't want this pop-up to appear on every page, paste this code into that specific page's HTML, whether it's a post or a page. Put it in the content area. If you want it to appear on every page, put it in the header or footer. Once you've uploaded your code, come back and click Publish in the bottom right corner of this page. Then click Save and Exit in the top right. You can edit this form at any time by going to this specific email list, then clicking Sign Up Forms, then selecting Pop-Up. And this will be your one pop-up option that you can edit. Finally, let's look at the Form Integrations option. So let's click Select next to this fourth option. As MailChimp has grown over the years, they've added more and more form integration options with third-party platforms, such as Wufoo, Squarespace. I personally use the Squarespace integrations for my clients. The MailChimp marketing automations have really acted like an additional employee for me. So when you click the Campaigns tab, and then click the Create Campaign button, this pop-up will appear. We can either create an email, create an ad, but let's let MailChimp guide us, and so I can show you all the automations I use. So under Build Your Brand, these are just typical campaigns, such as a pop-up form on my website, or I can create ads to find a new audience. This is via the Facebook ads, where I can target specific detailed audiences. Next is Connect with your contacts, and all of these are automation options. So whenever you see automation in the top right, that's what I'm talking about. This is my additional free employee that MailChimp has created. So some automation under Connect with your contacts is welcome new subscribers. Again, create an email. That's the standard campaign. Say happy birthday. So if you're collecting when a person's birthday is, this could be a cool automation email. And finally, share blog updates. If you're regularly blogging, why not email your entire MailChimp subscriber list and let them know about your new blog post? This is a great way to keep people engaged, and especially if your content is really relevant to your e-commerce store, it's just another reason to get them back to your website. Next is Sell More Stuff. Now again, there's some integration with Facebook, so we can target contacts within our MailChimp list on Facebook, on Instagram. This is the one I use most often though. Retarget visitors that came to my site. So if people didn't purchase, or maybe they just added something to the cart, this is where I can retarget those visitors via Facebook ads. Now this is an automation version of that, where it's an email reminder. So this one requires payment via Facebook ads. This one is a free automation. MailChimp will automatically send an email to people who have visited a specific page on my website, reminding them, hey, we saw you check this out. Here's some more info about it. Or here's a coupon code. Next, under Sell More Stuff, recover abandoned carts, enable order notifications, and follow up on purchases. All great automation emails that you should have enabled. This is another standard one I turn on for all my clients. A lot of people add things to their cart and then get busy, close a browser, or just leave their computer. This is a great way to email that subscriber or person who got so far in your cart, gave their email address, but then abandoned the cart. These are the people you want to send a friendly reminder to finish checking out. Next, we have Boost Customer Loyalty. These again are all automation emails. Again, the base, create an email campaign, first time customer, thank you, reward your best customers. This one's pretty cool because you can use metrics to reward the highest level customers, those people who are repeat customers, and you want to give them a special coupon or promo. And finally, respond to subscriber updates. This is when they join a specific group or list, or their information changes.
you can respond to them, notifying them. And next are bring people back. Again, those retargeting ads that are via Facebook that retarget people who have visited your site. Or, again, a paid ad via Facebook advertised to former subscribers. These are people who have opted out of your email list. I haven't seen the best return from this one because usually people unsubscribe for a reason. And then finally, here's one more automation I love. Win back lapsed customers. These people have made purchases in the past, so create an automatic campaign that emails them at a month, at 2 months, every quarter, and so on, reminding them and giving them incentive to come back to your website.
So the best practice is to create lead funnels on various platforms. You want to capture emails on as many sites as possible to increase your odds of growing your email list. So this includes your Facebook page. Once on Facebook, search the term MailChimp in the top search bar. On this search page, click the Apps button in the top nav bar, then click the Use Now button next to the MailChimp app. By doing this, you'll be able to pair your MailChimp account with the Facebook page. So you'll be redirected to set up your form. So just click on that button, set up your form. You'll be redirected to log into your MailChimp account. Then you'll land on this integrations page. On this page, click Facebook. Add a sign-up form to your Facebook pages and auto-post campaigns. From here, you'll be redirected back to Facebook. Just click OK on this pop-up window to continue as yourself. Again, click OK to allow MailChimp to manage your Facebook pages. Then you'll be redirected back to your MailChimp where you can choose the page to link to and what email list you want to use on this Facebook page. Again, this is a time to hyper segment your email list. So here I would create a new email list called Facebook page signups. This way, I know which website is driving the most signups for me. Once you click that drop down and pick your list to use, email list, then select Yes for the sign up form tab. This just creates a sign up form tab on your Facebook page. Then in the form theme drop down menu, select your list theme you built or click Facebook-esque. I prefer using the formatted theme I built in MailChimp, as the Facebook-esque one is very bland and generic. Once you have this page ready, click the Save button. So the second way to integrate your Facebook with MailChimp is within your MailChimp account. So just log into your MailChimp account, click your profile name in the top right corner, then in that drop-down, select Account. On this page, you'll click the Integrations tab. And here, you'll be able to expand the Facebook icon and then click Login. Once prompted, click OK. Again, click OK. And then your account will be successfully linked with your MailChimp. And that email sign-up page will appear. So here we go. This is our actual MailChimp form. Now to rearrange where this appears, I could put this higher in my tabs or lower in my tabs. Let's go to Settings, Edit Page, and then down here under Tabs. This is where we can change where this appears. Then we click Settings and we can turn this on and off. So let's go back to the page. Typically, email sign up alone isn't going to get people to sign up for this or take action. So I like to change the name of it, whether that be newsletter sign up, contest sign up. Give them a call to action that will make them want to input their email address. So back under Settings, Edit Page, let's Settings for email sign up, Edit Settings, Custom Tab Name. So I'm changing the name of this tab, Newsletter Sign Up. Click OK. And as you can see, it's changed to Newsletter Sign Up. Next, I like to make a Facebook cover photo that directs my audience to my MailChimp subscription tab. So with the call to action button, we have to create that as well. When you're logged in to your Facebook page, just click that create call to action that is hovering over your cover photo on your Facebook page. In the create a call to action button pop-up menu, click the choose a button drop-down menu and select sign up. We're capturing emails. This is an email sign up. Now open up another tab and go to your MailChimp account. Click the email list that you want to get signups for. Once on that list of choice, click the sign up forms tab, then copy the sign up form URL. So this is the URL I'm copying. So paste in that MailChimp sign up URL, then click the create button. Now you can see we're allowing our Facebook traffic 2 options to sign up for our value offer. So now I should change this cover photo to get value offer X by clicking here. Then paste an arrow into that cover photo and re-upload it to my Facebook page. So if you want to outsource your email marketing, or if you own an email marketing or marketing business and other people need access to your MailChimp account, you can add them to your account via this invite users button. So let's click that. On this page, just enter the email address of the person you want to add to your MailChimp account. Then you have to select the rights you want to give to this user. There's 4 types. Viewer, they can just access reports. Next is an author. They can create campaigns, but they can't send them. Third is manager. They have full access except for billing and list export. And finally is admin. This is full access. So when I sign a new marketing client, I am almost always added as a manager. I can do really everything except export their email list and change their billing. But think about this. These are 2 things that the admin wants to protect: their billing info and the asset of these large email lists that they're building. So I advise this manager access level to any new marketers as well. So your main goal, of course, is gaining hot leads to your website. These are leads that want to buy your service or product as soon as possible. But the vast majority of visitors are not going to make a purchase the first time they visit your site. That potential client is still researching and will make a decision soon, so your best option is to help convert these leads to a sale with email marketing. So what I do for my clients is collect these cold leads and then warm them up to my products or services via email marketing. So as you can see, these visuals represent your business with and without email marketing. If people are coming to your site and you're not capturing them with an opt-in form, subscription form, what you're doing is solely depending on hot leads, or the 1% that make a purchase on the first day. Now the model on the right is what your goal should be. Set up opt-in forms, subscription boxes, lead generation landing pages. All of these things on your sites capture these cold leads. Then you warm them up with your products, services, high quality content, all via email marketing, and then convert them to a hot lead or a sale. We have all been on the receiving end of a cold lead, such as a cold call. This is when, for example, a credit card company calls you out of the blue and tries to get you to sign up for one of their credit cards. You never contacted them, you never showed interest in their products, and you're completely annoyed because they called you in the middle of dinner. So a cold lead is someone who knows nothing about your company. A warm lead, on the other hand, is someone who's shown interest in your product or service, either by following your company on social media, a referral from a friend, or they signed up for an email newsletter. These types of leads are simply prospects who've shown an interest in learning more about your product or service, and they're a lot more valuable than a cold lead. Finally, hot leads are the best type of leads because these people tend to be the closest to the buying stage of the sales cycle. For example, a person who does a Google search for a specific product or specific service is a qualified lead because their need or search has brought them to go online and search for a specific company or product like yours. List building for email marketing focuses on working with warm and cold leads. They don't want to buy right now, but we can grow their interest in our products and services via our email marketing content. So your subscription sign-up page and opt-in forms on your website should offer the most value to capture these warm and cold leads. So remember, giving something away that's great, a free webinar, a free ebook, a top 10 list, a newsletter of value. By giving away quality content and then giving them more high quality content via email marketing, you're going to turn these cold and warm leads warmer and warmer until they're hot leads that are very open to buying again and again. So whenever I say lead pages or landing pages or lead generation pages throughout this course, I'm talking about the same thing. The general goal of a landing page is to convert site visitors into sales or leads. So with a very low chance of hot leads, remember I said 1%, I like to offer things of value to these warm and cold users for free. So in exchange, I capture their email and can market to them in the future. So most sign-up forms you see are either just in a sidebar widget or in a pop-up. But when you're on a specific website that gives you info, tells you about a certain service they're offering, then in the middle and bottom of the page, there's an opt-in form. This layout is generally a lead generation page. Now, the art of building lead generation pages is really a course in itself. But we will be touching on it a bit more throughout this course. One thing I wanted to reference you to is a site I use for a lot of my clients and build most of their landing pages on, which is called Unbounce. So the website is unbounce.com, and at the domain unbounce.com/resources, you can take a bunch of free courses that are all about creating optimized lead generation pages. Because the cool thing about Unbounce, they're giving you all this free content on building lead pages because they have a monthly package that enables you to build Unbounce pages that you can link with MailChimp, that you can link with other email marketing service providers, and build your list even faster. So I like the trifecta of using sign-up forms, of using pop-up forms, and using really clean, high-quality, unbounced landing pages. My second favorite lead generation page creator is Lead Pages. Again, this is another software as a service that costs money, but it is well worth it as you begin to grow your email list. They too give away a ton of valuable info on creating these amazing lead generation pages. You can get that at leadpages.net/library. So now that you have a good understanding of the MailChimp platform, I'm sure you're asking yourself, how can I actually grow my email list? Building that email list is one of the most important things you can do to not only grow your business, but to turn those leads into customers. So many of my clients tell me that they don't know what to give away. Most ask themselves, should I create an ebook? Should I create a webinar? These are the wrong types of questions to ask. You should instead ask yourself, what's a challenge that I can solve for my ideal audience? And how can I put that into a mini training or a mini giveaway so that people will find value from it? A problem that a lot of people have is getting bogged down by all the different lead generation strategies out there. Yes, you can eventually try them all, but first, master one. Create that first subscription form that offers the most value and that you know you're a master of, so you're really creating a high quality thing to give away in exchange for those email addresses. So get out a piece of paper and write this down. Here's my top 4 list that will help you identify that challenge. So first, write down a list of challenges that you can solve for your ideal audience. Next, write down the type of media you plan to use, whether it's an ebook, a video, a checklist, an infographic, and so on. How are you going to get this value-added product that solves that challenge for your audience into a form of media? So number 3, who's going to create that media? Do you need to hire someone to help you with this? Are you going to write this book yourself? Are you going to have a designer make an infographic or a video? Think through what you can do yourself and what you need help with. I always outsource things that I'm not 100% with to Upwork.com. So things like building infographics, maybe building a Kindle ebook. You want this to look as professional as possible, because this is the initial thing that converts that cold lead to a hot lead. So if they sign up for an email list and you're sending them an ugly ebook that you made in Word, they may unsubscribe that first day. You want to sign them up and lock them in with a high quality content right off the bat. And finally, when are you going to get this done? Too many people I know sign up for a MailChimp account and then never follow through with creating sign up forms and creating a value added product to give away. So assign yourself a deadline. Mark it on your calendar. To help make that commitment firm, also share your plan with your team, friends, coworker. This will help hold you accountable. So now I want to go through some ideas for these promotional giveaways. So instead of wasting time on a million different strategies, keep your initial testing to this list of my highest converting ideas. This includes webinars, ebooks, free reports, checklists, and a free product. So analyze these and decide which one will perform best for you. Build your product, connect it to that sign-up form, then perfect it. Always keep it updated and relevant, and you're only going to advance and increase your email list. One example I love for capturing visitors are exit pop-ups. These are either time pop-ups or exit pop-ups. But exit pop-ups are great because when a user intends to leave your site, they hover over the back button or over the X out button. This pop-up will appear, prompting them to enter their email for your free item, for your free webinar, for the free ebook, etc. Pretty cool feature to keep them on your site and not bounce or leave. A great exit pop-up for e-commerce sites are discount coupons. So when they click back or when they hover over back, this pop-up appears that says, here's a 10% discount, don't leave just yet. It gives them a reason to stay on your site. The next type of promotional giveaway is for free stuff or contest. So does anybody have an e-commerce store out there? If so, shout yes like a crazy person at your computer screen. It is a good practice for e-commerce businesses to offer some free gifts in exchange for an email. So with a sign-up form or a pop-up like this, you can email them forever going forward your new products, new promotions, all via this email marketing campaign. Another angle for this free product sign-up are contests. So if you have a brick and mortar business, I like to leave a fishbowl by the checkout counter that says, drop in your business card to be entered for our free weekly drawing of whatever is relevant to your business. Give away something of value that people actually want to give their email for. If you're a coffee shop, give away one free coffee. Now, if you don't have a physical location, you can offer this same type of contest in an embedded email sign-up form right on your website, such as sign up for our monthly drawing to win an iPad, or whatever you can afford to give away that's relevant to your brand or company. Another cool angle with the contest is a birthday club. Offer something of value in exchange for this potential customer's email address if they sign up for your birthday club. So you would just create a sign-up form, and this additional field would be date, and then you would rename the title birthday, and when that user signs up, they input their name, birth date, and email. So for food services, this is a great way to make your customer feel special on their birthday. This burger place, for example, gives away a free burger on your birthday. You can do this for any product or service, whether it be a discount on your birthday, a free product on your birthday, and so on. If you're really stumped and can't think of a report or webinar or ebook to write, just suggest unique things that have never been suggested before. It doesn't hurt to try. This is what testing is all about. Look at this example. They are touting the greatest mailing list ever. I mean, I'm tempted to sign up, right? Another standard practice for e-commerce is discounts. I love to add urgency to these types of email capture forms. This one, for example, has an embedded timer in it. If you don't want to input a timer field, you could also put in an expiration date in the text. Never let your customer think they can always get 25% off. Always limit an offer's availability with that sense of urgency. Only one day left, only 24 hours left. This expires on Independence Day, and so on. Another cool promotional giveaway is email series. I'm a big fan of email series because the user knows what they're getting up front. So instead of a generic ebook, tell them up front the free data they want will come in a series of 4 emails, for example.
Next, make your email subscription form prominent. Don't hide it in a sidebar or on a page people barely visit. I love to put my opt-in form above the fold on the homepage. This means when someone comes to your website, they don't even have to scroll down to subscribe. It's the first thing they see on the top half of the page. Besides putting your email opt-in form above the fold on your homepage, I also like to put an email subscribe field in a sticky header as well. So by sticky, I mean no matter the page your customer is on, when they scroll down, the header scrolls with them. So if the email subscribe field is in the header, it is constantly following your user, tempting them to subscribe. So I just take that super slim embedded sign-up form from MailChimp and throw it into my header HTML. Playing up social proof and your credibility will give you an edge with those initial impressions. Here's a great example. Say your email list is at 90,000 people. Chances are you're doing something right. So give those stats to new people. Many visitors will want to sign up and find out what your list is all about simply by you promoting that huge stat. Here's a great example from a brick and mortar client I have. They simply left out a piece of paper at their front counter. At the top of the paper, they wrote, "Write your name and email if you want to know about our beer special, free beer tastings, and more each week." They would get a few people organically to sign up, but after I told the owner to train the cashier to mention the sign-up list, they built their email list to over 10,000 local beer connoisseurs. Each week they sell on average $2,500 worth of beer via these exclusive coupons they send out to this email list in their MailChimp. So don't overcomplicate growing your email list. Within this same idea, I also want to mention throwing monthly events or gatherings. Whether it be an online webinar or like this client being a free beer tasting, you can collect emails with a physical sheet of paper or via your online event sign-up form. People love free things and getting free knowledge at events, so I like to pair the two. Another place I like to capture people is via my social media. So include your MailChimp sign-up form link right in your social media profile and or website link field. Amy Porterfield is a top marketer online, and as you can see in her Twitter profile bio, it's directing people straight to a page on her site that has a sign-up form above the fold. So really, include a sign-up form website link on all your social media channels. I even go as far as pasting sign-up links in all my YouTube video descriptions. Just think of it as more ways for people to get to your email list. Besides social media, get your email subscription link on all your online accounts. For example, Yelp. Have your website link go to a page on your website that has a sign-up form provided to that potential customer. So this is a burger place. On their website, I would want an above-the-fold coupon for a burger, or sign up for our free burger of the month, or join our birthday club for a free burger on your birthday. There's so many ways to capture new customers to remarket to year-round, but always give them something of value up front. Finally, in my email signature, I like to include a link to my MailChimp subscription page. So no matter who you're emailing, at the bottom of that email, again, another way for a person to get to a sign-up form. So log into your MailChimp account and click the Campaigns tab in the top nav bar. Once on this page, click the Create Campaign button. On this next page, select the A/B testing campaign option. Then choose an email list that you want to send to. So with A/B split testing, you can test 4 different variables in your email campaign. The first option is subject line. This is really the most important part of the email, as a bad subject line may equal customers not opening the email at all. So I will split test with this variable in place to see what wording for the subject gets the best open rates. Next is the from name. The from name can influence open rates as well. Sometimes using my name, my personal name, gets a better open rate than my brand name or company website name. People like a personal email coming from a specific name. They feel more special. Third is content. You can test your content if you want to know which buttons, text, or varying images are working better
or getting you better clicks. So split testing content really means you build two varying email content bodies. Finally is send time. I love testing send times, as you can drastically change your open rates depending on the time and day you send your emails. From my experience, the best days and times to send emails are Wednesdays and Thursdays between 10 a.m. and noon. People are usually on the downward side of the work week, and between 10 a.m. and noon, they're usually on their first break or at lunch at work. So these are times they're more likely to check their personal email. So for example, say you want to test 2 subject lines. The maximum you can test with a free account is 3 combinations. Using a MailChimp paid account, you can test up to 8 combinations. So first I select 2 subject lines. Next, I need to choose a percentage for the test segment group, which will receive my test combination. I always choose 50-50, so half will get the original email, and the other half will get my test combination email. So I'll break down the math. For this example, I have 24 subscribers in the list. I'm testing 2 subject lines, so that means the first subject line will be sent to 6 users, the second will be sent to the next 6 users. Then MailChimp will determine which subject line performed better, so basically which subject line email had a better open rate. Then the winning subject line will be sent to the last 12 users. As you can see for this example, I chose to determine the winning combination via the email open rate after 4 hours. This is my favorite setting for determining the winning combo. Open rate and after 4 hours. So I give my initial 12 people 4 hours to open it and determine which subject line had a better open rate. Then the remaining 50%, or remaining 12 people on the email list, get the winning subject line. So I mentioned I use open rate for my determination, but you can choose one of the 4 variants for determining your winning combo. First is click rate, second is open rate, third is by total revenue, and finally is by manual selection. So after you pick one of these, you also have to pick how much time you want MailChimp to wait to determine the winning subject line. Like I said, I stick with the default 4 hours. That's plenty of time for someone to either A, like the email subject, or B, not like it and not have opened it. So after you select your variables and click next, it's on this setup page is where you'll determine your 2 combinations. So decide on your 2 email subjects for testing. Then fill out the campaign just like you do any other email campaign. The only thing different is the second field for your second variable, email subject 2. If you select the from name variable, again, it will appear on the setup page under the section from email address and from name. Like I mentioned, try one variation from your brand name and brand email, then the other variation from your personal name and personal direct email for that business. So info@CourseEnvy.com, from CourseEnvy. The next one should be my personal name at CourseEnvy, and then the from name is my personal name. If you select the third variable of testing content, it's going to be on this content tab that you'll see the 2 split test combos. So you build a complete email, design it, template, and all for the first one, and then you'll be redirected back to build your second content to test. So build those 2 separate emails, and then click through next to confirm and send your email. Then finally is the send time option. Again, on the setup page, it's going to be under the send time section. You'll choose the 2 dates and times to send this campaign. These times will be split 50-50. At the first time, your campaign will be emailed to 50% of your email list. Then at the second time, it will be emailed to the rest of your email list. So since the content, the from name, the subject's all the same, you can really determine with this analytics what is a better day and what is a better time to send future emails. So from my past experience, the priority of variables are as follows. Number 1, content. That's my favorite thing to split test because I can really determine What design, what images, what buttons get a better click-through rate? Next is sending time. I like to do these tests right away so I can determine when my audience is most active, what day of the week and what time. Then I really don't have to test it in the future. I can, but once you lock up a really good time, you can send all your emails on that day and time. Third is subject line, and then finally from name. So from my experience with various clients, like I mentioned, content is the most important thing you can test. Because think of it, it really affects your email strategy. Think of the varying things you can test in the content section. There's so many things. In one email, you can just share an informational blog post, but in the other, you can test selling items. What I love to do is in one content section, I use 3 product images that are on sale, each with a special promo code. Then in the second test email content area, I use 3 other product images and then a new unique promo code. So by doing this, I test what products are getting more clicks and which promo codes are getting more sales. Next, for sending time, like I mentioned earlier, Wednesdays and Thursdays between 10 a.m. and noon is great for my clients. But remember, test your clients. Maybe Sunday evening will be your best open rate time. When you first start a MailChimp, you should test every day and every time combination possible to identify when your subscriber, your demographic, has the best open rate. Then you can use that time in the future again and again. Number 3 is this subject line. Subject line is the most simple variable to test. I like to include this test on almost every email because MailChimp split tests the subject line, then delivers the winning subject from the first half to the second half of my email list. So therefore, it's overall increasing my open rates going forward. But like I said, the least effective for me is the from name split test. From name is a very simple test, but in reality, it doesn't matter what the from name is. If people love your emails from your brand, they're going to open them. So at the end of the day, it still comes down to high quality content that people love. Create content that users will want to open every time. So now I want to tell you about some stats from some of my past A/B split testing campaigns. For this specific one, I did a content split test, and in the pre-header or in the preview text you see before you even open your email, I put these 2 sentences. One, I inserted the user's name, 15% discounts for XYZ products. In the second content area, I inserted the merge tag for that user's first name, and then I followed it by, we have an exclusive offer for you, and included a link. So as you can see, when I was specific about a discount, I got a 32% open rate and a click-through rate of 6. When my pre-header sentence was intrigue, my open rate was 36% with a click-through rate of 9%. So I increased by 4 and I increased by 3%. Maybe 15% isn't enough for that user. But in the second one, we have an exclusive offer for you. There's intrigue with that. I want to click that link. So sometimes intrigue about special offers will increase your click-through rate. Don't give them all the detail in your email. Get them to come to your website to continue reading, to get the deal, to see the discount, and so on. In this next example, for this A/B split test campaign, the stats show that addressing your subscribers by their first name in the first line of your email will not only increase open rates, but also increase your click-through rates. So this is a conditional merge tag. So write this down to use in your own content. So as you can see in this blue coding, if fname, so if the person has a first name in my email database, MailChimp will place it, then put hi, title first name, comma. If they don't have a first name in my database, it'll just say hello, comma. So again, when I did a split test in my content, the first sentence was spend your vacation in Turkey. That got an open rate of 33% with a click-through of 10%. When I opened with their actual name via that merge tag fname, spend your vacation in Turkey, the open rate went up nearly 5% and the click-through rate went up 9%. That personal touch people like.
So make sure to write down this domain to look at all the merge tags that you can use in your email campaign. I personally always try to use my subscribers' F-name or first name merge tag in the content section or in the email subject line of every email campaign I use. It really adds that personal touch. Here's a split test of subject lines with simple call to actions. So this was for an accountant during tax season. The first one I used was "Don't be afraid of taxes. Check out these tax deduction ideas." Got a 45.3% open rate with a click-through rate of 13.8. While the simple one, 2 minutes could save you thousands in taxes. Look at that. My open rate increased to almost 14%, and my click-through rate within that email increased 6%. Simple, short, call to action subject lines. Next, within my content, reduce content blocks to increase your click-through rate. People don't have much time to read email, so remember, less is more. And again, use intrigue. Don't put your whole blog post in your email. Put the first sentence, maybe the first paragraph, and then a read more hyperlink to your website so they can continue reading, and therefore increase your click-through rate within your emails. Here's an A/B split test I did for content with a hard sell versus soft sell in a promotional email. So in the first email, it was a promotional email with a link directly to my sales funnel landing page. In my second email, it was a soft sell that just included valuable content. So again, I'm giving away free valuable content that also included a link to the sales funnel landing page, but it wasn't so direct. In the first one, I told them, go here for X product. In the second one, I gave them some free knowledge and then said, check this out if you want more info. Soft sell, increase my click-through rate by 5%. So take action. Schedule your first A/B split testing campaign with a 2 combination subject line test right now in MailChimp. Now remember, there's no perfect subject line, but A/B split testing will help you get closer to that perfect subject line. So follow these tips for finding that best subject line. First, speak to a specific benefit your audience will gain by opening this email. Next, I use curiosity. This will pique the interest of your subscribers without giving away too much information and therefore leading to higher open rates. Be careful though, because curiosity-based subject lines can get old fast and can most likely miss their mark. Next, I love subject lines that communicate urgency. Whenever a reader senses scarcity and that they must act now, you will have increased open rates. And finally, when you're giving something away, or if something on sale your subscribers would be interested in, directly stating that in your subject line is a great way to convince them to open that email and learn more. So here are my top 5 subject lines from my clients. Number 5, seriously, get this book. This subject line is pretty direct and got an open rate of 17%. In this same direct style, I like to tweak it by asking a direct question too. Question subject lines get a great open rate for me. Number 4, I'm pulling the plug. This got subscribers curious, and I had a 17.3% open rate. Number 3, 7 ways to increase Amazon sales. This is an 18% open rate. Anytime when you give a top list, a numbered list, or how-tos, these get great open rates. Really, any subject line with a number in it lets your subscriber know, oh, this is a short list. This is going to be a quick email to read. Number 2, Twitter lead generation ads. Parentheses, your first 3 steps. This got an 18.5% open rate. If you wanted to try something new like Twitter ads, one of the biggest barriers to entry is not knowing where to start, right? And remember the one before, I said steps and numbered list are very easy. Everyone can handle 3 steps, right? So I'm helping them solve a problem, and I'm telling them how short and easy it can be. Now my number 1 subject line I want you to steal from me is thank you. 19% open rate average. Your subscribers love recognition. They love acknowledgement for what they've done for you. People also love short email subjects. So try a couple 1-word or 2-word email subject lines. Less is more. Now here's a bonus for you.
22 bizarre pet GIFs. This got a 21% open rate. Sometimes you just have to have some fun. So for this pet care brand, this pet GIF email helped them not only build their brand, but establish them as a fun source of entertainment. So my take action for this lecture right now, make sure to subscribe to Top Brand's email list. Think of it, these big corporate companies have teams of marketing professionals working on these subject lines all day. So why don't you take them, tweak them, and make them unique for your brand, all for free. You don't need a team of 10 marketers that each get a salary of $50K, right? Take them and adapt them to your own brand. So before you go subscribe, get some more inspo from these Top Brands' amazing subject lines I've recently received. First, Warby Parker. Uh-oh, your prescription is expiring. What a great autoresponder. They know you made a purchase possibly 2 years ago. They know every 2 years you should get new glasses. Perfect autoresponder. The next website, Rent the Runway. Happy birthday, Lindsay. Surprise inside. You can see they personalized it with a merge tag using the F name, their first name. Next, the website Refinery29, the broke girl's guide to a luxury vacation. People love guides, they love value adds, they love free things that are high quality content. Next, the blog Eater Boston, where to drink beer right now. I think I would improve this by even adding a list number. Top 10 places to drink beer right now. And finally, BuzzFeed. Not cool, guys. Talk about curiosity. What wasn't cool? I gotta open it. So you've got your MailChimp account created. You've made some subscription forms. Now it's time to send those first emails. You're undoubtedly asking yourself, what content should I put in my email? Unfortunately, there's not a proven algorithm for knowing what will resonate with your users, your subscribers, your readers. The best option is to always test. Really test a variety of email content, then track the results to see what content your email list favors. Now say it again with me. Test. The first thing I tell any client that asks me, what content should I put in my email? I tell them to study two things. First, your competition. Two, the pros. So first, subscribe to email list of your direct competition. See what they're emailing their customers. Second, subscribe to email list of large corporate companies. And these don't even have to be in your industry. These large corporations have marketing teams of hundreds of people crafting this marketing content, building out email design, and much more. So why not take ideas from the best of the best? I literally subscribe to hundreds of email newsletters. Some I could care less about, but the list I subscribe to are the leaders in their industry. So like I said, even if they're not in your industry, find the leader of that industry and subscribe to their newsletter. They got there for a reason, right? So most of the time, they have amazing email campaigns. And I love to dissect them, starting at their email subject line, their from name, the time of day they sent it, their pre-header, email preview line, their actual email content. Are there images? Are there buttons? How much text? How many click-through links? Analyze everything. Nike is an obvious email list to get on right away. They are amazing at directing users to opting into hyper-segmented lists. So you're only marketed your specific shoe interest, clothing interest, and news you care about. Now talk about beauty and amazing email design. Subscribe to Chanel. They have really amazing template layouts and really solid call to actions. They use design and photography and images to lead your eyes to the text and then their call to action button or link. Ralph Lauren basically creates a shopping page right in your email. I've used their format for clients that use e-commerce. So for example, we can remarket to people who have put items into their cart but never finished the checkout process. If you're looking for image and template design ideas, subscribe to Starbucks. They have gorgeous but clean email layouts that again direct you to their call to actions. A great example of simple plain text newsletters can be found by subscribing to iwillteachyoutoberich.com. As you can see, the vast majority of emails are designed elegantly with HTML and images and buttons because it works better than simple plain text emails. But if you are a blogger or looking to send an email with a personal touch, then the occasional simple text email is okay. 67% of consumers consider clear, detailed images to carry more weight than product info or customer ratings. After several A/B split test campaigns with Course Envy, I found that simply an image of a happy female got a 67% higher click-through rate than any course screenshot or any course customer review screenshot. So an image like the one on this slide, including a human, really adds that personal touch and increases the connectability of your content to your subscribers. One thing to note when you're creating these emails is to make sure they are mobile friendly. These are responsive emails. Most emails today are viewed on mobile devices. So before you click send on your email campaign, make sure to preview it and confirm that it looks good on a mobile screen. So while on the Design Content tab in your MailChimp campaign, click the Preview and Test link in the top right nav bar. In that drop-down, select Enter Preview Mode. On this screen, you can preview how your email will look on a mobile device. If any image or text is not wrapping correctly, you can go back to the design and change it. But one nice thing about MailChimp is if you use one of their templates, they're automatically responsive. The only time I've experienced a problem was a client who gave me raw HTML for their email design rather than using one of the templates MailChimp provided. So here are my 5 rules of call to action. Number 1, don't trap your email's call to action in an image. Image buttons and graphics certainly work better on a web page to entice actions such as purchases or signups. However, in an email template, those images may be hidden or not displayed at all depending on your subscriber's email provider. So if your call to action is in an image, I like to add a button and as a backup, a text hyperlink as a call to action as well. But we recommend you avoid image-based call to actions entirely and only use text links or buttons. But sometimes for brand design or design reasons in general, you're obligated to include that call to action within the graphic. Just make sure that there's a prominent text link of that same call to action right next to it or right below it. Remember that a button is an actual design element in your email campaign builder. So as you can see, I have a header image, the text. Right here, I would want to include a call to action button. My number 2 rule, minimize the number of email call to actions. The more decisions that you ask your user to make, the more likely they won't make a decision at all. Keep the number of things that you ask your users to click through to, or actions to take, to a minimum in your email. After all, one click is better than no clicks, right? If you ask a user to choose between many different options, click here, shop now, I find that they choose nothing. So keep it to 1 or 2 call to actions. Number 3, keep your email call to actions simple. You just want them to understand immediately what they are supposed to click, buy, or join. A call to action is not a place to get your thesaurus out. It's a place for you to use the most powerful and easily understood words to guide your readers to action. For example, don't ask your subscribers to follow our company on the world's largest social network. Keep it simple. Tell your users, like us on Facebook. Users are busier than ever today and have limited time to read emails. Fewer words that mean more and that users can quickly understand are the best way to write a call to action. Number 4, make your email call to action stand out. From a design perspective, you want to ensure that your email call to action stands out and has a backup link in case your images or buttons don't appear on your subscriber's email provider. Don't hide it within a block of text. Separate that call to action out and ensure there's white space around it so it really stands out. Also, use a bolded font and even try a font that is a larger size than the rest of your email content. Next, while it's not an ideal classy design look, you may want to consider using asterisks or arrows around that call to action to draw attention to it. Finally, we always recommend blue links with an underlined style. Your online brand may not match this design and color scheme, but making your call to action look like a hyperlink will improve your click-through rate and thus improve overall email campaign performance. Finally, my number 5 rule: segment and tailor your email call to action. If your email list is large enough that you're segmenting sublists, then you can also segment the writing of your email call to action text. Anytime that you make a call to action more specific to your demographic who is reading the email, you can improve the performance of that call to action. So, for example, if you're segmenting users by state, you may have one call to action that reads, "Sign up for Texas's favorite summer activity list." Or another call to action, "Sign up for Florida's favorite summer activity list." This is a great way to hyper-segment your large email list into many small email lists for more direct marketing. I can tell my Florida list Florida-specific activities in the future. Customers crave segmented, personal, direct emails. So where do you lead them with this call to action? It's very important to lead your users to the right pages after they click your call to action. The more relevant the page, the higher the conversions will be. So if your call to action link says, "Click here for our Facebook marketing course at CourseEnvy.com," and it leads them to a general course page listing all your courses, that subscriber is going to be disappointed. So always triple check your emails with a test email. With that test email, you can click and verify each link, each graphic, each button call to action, and make sure they lead to the correct page. You want every link from your email to match the exact intended landing page. This not only helps increase conversions, but will prevent you from looking like a fool. Finally, I love to follow the classic 80-20 rule with email marketing. By this, I mean 80% useful content and 20% sales content. You don't want to send too many sales emails. It will lead to a high number of spam complaints and unsubscribes. Always try to provide value and useful content 80% of the time. Then your users will welcome that 20% of sales pitches and even possibly buy your product or service if they've loved the 80% of free value-adding content thus far. Instead of manually emailing that ebook to the person who just subscribed to your list, autoresponders enable you to set up automated emails containing that ebook, so when a new user signs up, it sends it automatically. Next, you will choose an email list you want to get started with. On this next page, you'll see workflow options. Once you select an automation workflow that's right for you, then you'll have to fill out all this needed information, much like starting a new campaign. One thing to note on this configure trigger page is if this workflow applies to imported contacts. For the most part, I only want my email series to go out to new subscribers, so I uncheck this box. But you can decide what works best for your workflow. Right now, my trigger starts working 1 day after the workflow is triggered. On this next step, MailChimp suggests you add emails to your automated email series. For the most part, I am just sending that automatic email for the value offer to my new subscribers. For example, someone who just signed up for the ebook on my homepage. Once you're ready, click the Design Email button. Fill out all your email information just like you do for MailChimp campaigns. Again, just like a MailChimp campaign, build your email design, select a template, and fill out the content of your automated emails. Before saving, you'll select the scheduling and segmentation options for this automated email. This will be on the last step before clicking confirm. You can choose the days this auto email will be sent. I select every day, as I don't want the subscriber thinking that our sign-up form didn't work. But you can also exclude days or pick emails to only be sent on a specific day. Maybe on the weekends, on a Monday. Maybe you know the best open rate day and time. Once you save this first automated email, you can add more auto emails to this series to deliver at future dates simply by clicking this Add Email button. Just make sure you're working under your specific workflow, then click Add Email as needed. So you can see automation email number 1, it sends every day, all day, and it sends 1 day after the workflow is triggered. So this is the only email in the email series. This is a setup most likely for an ebook, right? I would send this one email that contains a link to my PDF for the ebook, so they can just download it from this automation email. So really just look at autoresponders as a way of communicating with your subscribers without you having to manually create an email campaign every time. So you've already created some email lists, you've created some sign-up forms, but now as people start signing up for your various sign-up forms to get their free guide, to get in the webinar, sure, if you're getting 1 email a day, it's not too bad. You can actually respond to them manually. But as you grow, setting up autoresponder emails really helps. Because say you have a free ebook, you can have an automation workflow autoresponder set up that emails that new user that ebook automatically. See, if you're adding thousands of people a day to your email list, that would take forever, right, to do that manually. So for those clients that are in that in-between state, who are still in a free plan, but don't want to send the sign-up form value add item like the ebook manually, here's a cool little hack I use for autoresponders. So click List and then scroll down to the list that you want to edit your sign-up form for. So for this example, let's use Amazon Revenue Calculator. Click this, Sign Up Forms. Select the General Forms. And remember, this is the edit page. I can build it, design it. Here's the sign up URL. And remember, this is the forms and response emails. Here's where I use the hack technique for my email autoresponders. So obviously, sign up forms is the first one. This is how you capture that new user's email address. But let me show you where I automatically send that ebook or whatever sign up value proposition I'm giving this client. So click the drop down. So look at this. Here's your initial sign up form. Here's your first opt-in confirmation email. So the person has to confirm via their email that they do want to sign up for this list. And here's the confirmation thank you page. Click this, scroll down, and look at here. I've edited this email so it includes my value offer. So look at how I did this. Edit. And this link right here is literally just a link to the ebook uploaded on CourseNV.com. So when this new subscriber gets my thank you email after confirming their opt-in, the next email they get is click here to download your, and here's a direct link to the PDF. Thank you for subscribing. This is a great little hack for setting up free autoresponders with your value add. So just save and close that. Another area you can put it in is under final welcome email. So if they didn't catch it in their thank you email, in that final subscription confirm email, I put that same link again to the PDF on my website. So of course, this isn't as pretty as some of the automation workflow emails, but it's a great hack for using the forms and emails that are already in place by MailChimp. Studying your analytics on MailChimp is crucial in order to identify what key metrics are helping and hindering your email marketing campaigns. By analyzing what works and what doesn't work can improve your future campaigns drastically. So once logged into MailChimp, click the Reports tab in the top nav bar. Your default report screen is Campaigns. Also, one note, the comparative report is only available in MailChimp Pro accounts. Once you scroll down, the first section is the campaign graph. Under the All List dropdown, you can choose the email list you're interested in studying. By default, it is All Email List. Scrolling down further below this graph, you'll see a list of recent campaign names with basic statistics such as open rates and click-through rates. To see an extended report, just click the View Report button or the campaign title itself. So to quickly break down the campaign list, look at the campaign titled Digest. It was a regular campaign, not an A/B split format, nor a plain text campaign, for example. Then notice that black separator dot. It was a regular campaign, Then you can see the email list it was sent to. Regular campaign sent to team. Regular campaign sent to I'm protecting my client's company name newsletter. But as you can see, we have their list up to 2,251 subscribers. And this specific campaign, Digest, had a 33% open rate with an 11% click-through rate. Next, you can click the Filter drop-down menu to filter results by email list or type of campaign. Also note you can download all the reports by clicking this button, and this will output all your campaign statistics into an Excel.csv format. But for this example, let's click Digest and take a look at it. Remember, we can click the actual title or the view report. So this is the report for the specific campaign Digest. It starts with the Overview tab by default. Here you can see basic information about your campaign. The open rate, 36%, the click rate, 8.2%. And also note the comparison with your industry average according to MailChimp's vast data collection. So I'm in the marketing and advertising industry, and their click rate is 1.8. My list average is 9.4, and this campaign was 8.2. The industry average, open rate, 12.2. My list average, 36.7. This specific campaign, Digest, 36%. One more quick note here. So it's really nice to compare to the industry average to see how well you're doing. One more quick note here. You can quickly download or share this report from this page via the download links in the top right of this page. You can just share or download, and it outputs a .csv file. So remember, clicked equals unique user clicks in the newsletter. So 760 users opened it. Of those 760, 172 clicked something. So 172 users clicked something. So for the total clicks count, that's 227. So 172 users clicked something, but of those 172, there were a total of 227 clicks. The same goes for opens. 760 users opened this email. The total opens were 1,319. So this really tells me that the average email open was twice. They got it, looked at it, made it a note to look at it later. That's a good thing. So scroll down a bit further to view the 24-hour performance section. I love the 24-hour performance graph. It really helps you determine that best time to send the newsletter, and truly when your subscribers are in the best mood to open and click within your newsletter. I sent this one at 6 p.m., but it really got some spikes the next day at 10 a.m., which is personally my favorite time to send campaigns, but overall really solid open rates and click rates from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. the next day. So keep scrolling down on this reports page, and the next sections are top links clicked and subscribers with most opens. What I like to do is build a separate email list with all my top subscribers. Then I use this list to go to for product testing, asking for feedback, and other things that will require that responsive and engaged user. Because think of it, subscribers with the most open, these are the most engaged people. So they're the ones that care the most. So they will feel even more special if I put them on a private special user list. Think about it. Treat them like a VIP because they are the ones opening and clicking your emails the most, and they're only going to further help your business. Scroll down a bit further and you'll see the top locations by opens. This really shows you your geographical presence. In this section, you can even click a country to find out specific states with the highest open rates. What I like to do is parlay this information into my future Facebook ads, Google ads, and then target those specific states in my ads. Because I know via this location open rate report on MailChimp, obviously the demographics are solid in the states of California and Georgia, since they're black in color on this map. Now scroll back to the top of this reports page. I want to speak further about these figures and key metrics. With these numbers, you can really get the best illustration of how your sales funnel is working. Is the newsletter getting opened? That tells you how great your subject line effectiveness was. Next, what were the click rates like? If your rates are low, maybe your customer isn't incentivized enough to click your links in the newsletter. You should test new content and improve your call to actions. Remember, only 1 or 2 call to actions. Remember, less is more. Sometimes my clients feel like they can't ask their customers for what they want. They just want to paste a link in the newsletter and hope they click it. Don't be afraid to ask. Ask your subscribers right in the newsletter. Click here for more info. Click this link to see your discount. You're going to really watch your click-through rate go up as you get your call to action stronger. On this same report page under a specific campaign, in the next tab at the top, under activity, you can quickly access info about who this campaign was sent to, who in the list opened the email, who from the email list clicked within this newsletter. This is how I build my list of VIP subscribers. All this activity info tells you which subscribers are the most active, as well as the ones complaining and unsubscribing. Under the next tab, links, you can see which links within your email were clicked the most. I personally love the click map tab right here, as it will show your actual email as a screenshot and show you where users click the most within the email. It really helps you improve your design, layout, and flow for future emails. Maybe you have too many images. People don't know what to click. Maybe you have too much text. Maybe they don't know what is the call to action. Remember, try to focus everything to one or two call to actions. One button in the middle or bottom of email. Lead with a good pre-header, email preview line. Use clean, beautiful images. Again, test to see what gets the best clicks. So how do I increase open rate? Open rate is a real complex work. But the areas I see the most improvement in open rates are with modifications to the following areas. Like I mentioned, pre-headers. This is the preview line in people's inboxes. So as you can see, I have an email for this diamond company. Here's the subject line, and here's the preview. In your actual email, it's that pre-header at the top. Surprise your loved one with, surprise your loved one with. So entice them with an intriguing statement in that pre-header. Number 2, A/B split test the time and day to send. This may take months to do to find that perfect day and time that gets you the highest open rates. But keep testing, you'll find it. Number 3, interesting content. I know I'm really beating this one into the ground, but it always comes back to high quality content. If you have an interesting subject line and amazing content to follow it up, just intrigues them to click the call to action so they can read more, so they can shop, so they can find out what their discount is. Number 4, segmentation and personalization of newsletters. I know I mentioned hyper-segmenting your email list a lot, but I mean it. I want to build email lists of people that are highly interested in the niche area of your brand or company. It's great to start with a general newsletter or generic ebook to get you started, right? But as soon as you have a feel for MailChimp, start hyper-segmenting your list. Let me tell you an example. CourseEnvy.com obviously focuses on marketing courses, but I started a Facebook course specifically for people who have a Facebook marketing agency or business. So what I will first do is email my current newsletter list with a sign-up form with a call to action that links to my new hyper-segmented list titled Facebook Marketing Businesses. So I'll get people from my broad Course Envy list, everybody who's been in any course, to sign up for my special niche segmented email list. Next, I will set up a specific page on my website for describing this new Facebook marketing business course. I will add a value offer to it, such as a mini course at the bottom of the page, which has an embedded opt-in form. So this is the second way I'll build a highly targeted and segmented email list. Finally, I want to connect with these lists on a highly personal level. I know that they have Facebook marketing businesses, so if I send them a newsletter with relevant info just for Facebook marketers and address them by their first name, this is win-win, right? I know they have a Facebook marketing business. Address them by their first name, give them very relevant info to their Facebook marketing business. These subscribers will feel appreciated because you are personally connecting with them on several levels. They aren't just a generic CourseEnvy.com student. They are specifically a Facebook marketing business owner. I'm addressing them by their first name. I'm giving them content specific to their business. This is win-win. Can I get a yes and yes? Scream at your screen, yes and yes. So how to increase that click rate? Number 1 rule, test for optimal template structure. Like I mentioned, review those click maps to see where people are clicking. Are they not clicking a specific link? Have they not been clicking your button? Maybe change the color, the placement. Are they not clicking links? Do you need to bold them, make them bigger, a different color? Number 2, A/B split test your content. See where subscribers' eyes go. What do they click the most? Which template and blocks and buttons, images, text, what works? Number 3, hyper segment your email list. By targeting down your email list and making your campaign specific and laser focused, you're going to get the best CTR or click-through rate. Segment based on sex, state, country, buyers versus non-buyers, by their business, by their job title, and so on. Now, how do we decrease bounce rate? Now remember, the main reason for increasing bounce rate is non-valid email addresses. So therefore, your newsletter is bouncing or not being delivered. So just click that bounce number, number 8 for this example, then open that specific email list in another window, and one by one delete these bounced email addresses. I know it's sad to think of, you're deleting this hard work, but wouldn't you rather have a bounce rate of 0 and a sound list that you know has all the correct email addresses? How to decrease your unsubscribe rate? Before I get into this, I want to ask you, why do you unsubscribe from email newsletters? Number 1 response, content. And a close second is proximity. The reason almost always comes back to content when I review unsubscribers. They say, I got the content I wanted, so I'm done with your newsletter. Or, you were emailing me too often. So the more relevant your content is, the lower your unsubscribe rate. One more tip. Don't send a lot of emails at the start of your communication. People hate it. They will unsubscribe right away and mark you as spam. So if your value add was a free ebook, send them that, but maybe don't follow up with them with a newsletter or a sales promotion for at least 2 to 4 weeks. Give them some time to enjoy your ebook, your webinar, your free value offer. Then follow up with them once they've let it sink in and possibly have come back to your website several times. So take action. Get on MailChimp, send your first campaign. In a few days, click the Reports tab, then click the View Report button for that campaign. Study your analytics. Identify your key metrics of success, then use those improvements in your next email campaign. So if you have a Google Analytics account, you can add Google Analytics tracking to your MailChimp campaigns. So by setting up conversion tracking in Google Analytics, you'll be able to track subscribers from clicks to purchases on your website. So first, sign up for a free Google Analytics account at google.com/analytics. So while you're signed into your Analytics account, click that Admin tab at the top, select an account from the drop-down menu, then select a property from the drop-down menu in the Property column. Then under Property, you'll see Tracking Info. Click that, then click Tracking Code. So this is that Universal Analytics tracking code that's provided by Google Analytics. You'll want to copy this script and paste it in before the closing head tag on every website page that you want to track. So first, you need to authorize a connection between your MailChimp and your Google Analytics account. You have to do this before you can enable Google tracking within your MailChimp campaigns. So to connect your MailChimp account with your Google account, follow these steps. Log into your MailChimp, click your name in the top right corner, click Account in that drop-down menu, then click the Integrations tab on that next page. Scroll down and click Google Analytics. This will expand the Authorize Connection button. Click that button. So if you're not already logged into your Google account, you'll be asked to log in now. Then you'll be prompted to click the Allow button to allow MailChimp to have access to your Google account. So when setting up your next campaign on MailChimp, simply check the Google Analytics link tracking box under this tracking section on the setup page of your MailChimp campaign. Once you check the box, you will be given the title for the campaign as it will appear in your Google Analytics account. So just make a note of that for looking at reports in the future. It's just a mixture of that list name and the date you're sending that campaign. So to review the analytics for your MailChimp email campaign,
Simply log into your Google Analytics account, click your All Website Data for the site you want to review, then scroll down on the left sidebar to Acquisition, expand that section, click Campaigns, and then click All Campaigns under that. So browse the campaign titles and click your MailChimp campaign title to open the report. Just remember, it's going to be named that title MailChimp curated for you. Another nice thing about Google Analytics is that it can track e-commerce data. So besides clicks and where the subscribers are going, we can actually see if those clicks led to sales. So to see this e-commerce data in Google Analytics, you need to first enable e-commerce in your reports. Secondly, you need to add the code to your site or app to collect the e-commerce data. So on that same reporting page of your Google Analytics, scroll down in the left sidebar to Conversions, then click E-commerce, and then you'll see on this overview page, we still need to set up e-commerce tracking for this report to work. So click Admin in the top nav bar of Google Analytics. Then in the far right, under the View category, click that e-commerce settings. On this page, you'll want to toggle that Enable e-commerce and the related products. Then click that Next Step button, and then toggle that Enable Enhanced e-commerce reporting. Then click the Submit button. Now those same e-commerce reporting pages will be working. So under Conversions, e-commerce, click Overview. So the first way I collect e-commerce specific data is this tracking code. The tracking code alone in Google Analytics will get you most of the data you need. But to take e-commerce data collection one step further, you'll want to install an enhanced e-commerce Google Analytics plugin for your specific style of website. If you're an advanced developer, you can use something called Google Tags, but there's so many easy plugins out there anymore that really simplify this process. So simply Google Enhanced e-commerce Google Analytics plugin and then just insert your type of CMS, whether it's WordPress, Shopify, or Squarespace, etc. The number 2 way I collect e-commerce specific data is via goals. So after I've embedded that Google Analytics tracking code before the closing head tag on all my website pages, it's time to define goals for your online store. So what goals are specific numbers that Google Analytics can track to help you determine your shop's sales. So again, go to the Reporting tab in the top nav bar. In the left sidebar, click Conversions, and then click Goals. So as you can see, we haven't enabled goals yet. So we want to click that Set Up Goals button. So on this page, click that red button, New Goal. Under Goal Setup, select Template, then click the Continue button. Name your goal under Goal Description. So for Course Envy, this is a course purchase. Then the next thing you'll want to select is the type of goal. Is it a destination, a duration, a page, an event? Myself, I usually use the goal as a destination because I know a successful purchase equals a customer going to my shopping cart thank you page, right? So the thank you page is going to be that destination. So select that and then click Continue. For this final step, under Destination, I select equals to and then backslash what is that actual website? What does success equal to you, right? When people get to my backslash thanks page, I know they've gone through the shopping cart. Next, you can add value. You can add funnel if you want. These are just more metrics for you to later track in your e-commerce reports. So if you know your price point, sure, put that value in. Then that's another nice metric to see. This month, my newsletter drove $3,000, etc. So click Save, and then start tracking these goals coming in. If you're promoting or advertising a commercial product or service through electronic communication, you have to comply with the law or face some hefty penalties laid out by the CAN-SPAM Act of 2003. Remember, I'm going to be covering these USA laws,
So make sure to research the spam laws in your specific country. Number 1, tell readers where the email is coming from. The law focuses on honesty. The from, to, and reply to labels need to tell the recipient where the email comes from. In other words, these fields should contain the person's name or business name sending the email. MailChimp requires this, making it easy for you to comply. Number 2, write an honest subject line. Your subject line should reflect what's in your email. You can't be deceptive here. In other words, don't write "claim your $500 gift card" in the subject line just to get people to open an email. Number 3, recognize you're sending an ad. Acknowledge that the email you send is in fact an ad. This isn't necessary if everyone on your list has given you permission to send emails, of course. I strongly suggest that you get permission from all your subscribers before sending emails. So by this I mean double confirm subscription via a MailChimp sign-up form. So don't just paste in the emails from another source, such as buying an Excel list of customers in a certain industry. That's a terrible idea. The nice thing about this permission thing is that MailChimp does it by default. So nothing to worry about if you get your subscriber via a MailChimp sign-up form or page. Number 4, give an address. Each email must contain the postal address for the person or business sending the email. It helps to show your business is a credible one and offers another way for your recipients to opt out of your emails if they need to. Again, this is another required feature of MailChimp because they automatically input this at the bottom of all your email campaigns. Number 5, every email needs an easy opt-out option. Your subscribers must be able to easily opt out or unsubscribe from your messages. You have to give this option to your subscribers in every message you send. At the bottom of your email, you can provide an unsubscribe link. The process should be easy too. This was one of the additions to the spam law in 2008. Again, this is luckily done by default in MailChimp. Number 6, honor your opt-outs quickly. If a subscriber wants off your list, you have 10 days to do it. You can't charge any fees for the service, ask for any personal information, or sell that person's contact info to another company. Most email service providers will manage this process for you automatically, which is another plus to using the provider like MailChimp. And finally, number 7, monitor what others do for you. If you hire another company to manage your email list, you will still be held responsible if the company breaks any of these rules. The law is all about using good judgment. We know you've got that since you took this course. But when you set up your next email campaign, it doesn't hurt to check it against the list of rules for spam laws in your country.